stand up. They need to see you. Deputy Mayor Williams Isom, Deputy Mayor Mira Josie, Deputy Mayor Amazar, Deputy Mayor Maria Torres Springer. Have you ever seen this much chocolate leading the city of New York? And then go down the line. Look who's here. This is representative of the city. That's why people are hating on me. You trying to figure out why they're hating on me? They're hating on me because how many of you go to church? Ma'am, this is a Matthew 21:12 moment. Jesus walked in the temple. He saw them doing wrong in the temple. He did what? He turned the table over. I went to City Hall to turn the table over. First woman police commissioner of color. First Spanish-speaking police commissioner. First Spanish-speaking correction commissioner. Go through the line of what we're doing. Look who's here. This is representative of the city. That's why people are hating on me.
The year has gotten off to a dangerous start on New York City subways. Despite an increased effort by the NYPD to patrol trains and platforms, crime is on the rise underground. A major crime was up by almost 50% along the subway system. Felony assaults were up close to 33% over last year.
I was just scrolling on my phone, didn't have my headphones in or anything, trying to see when the next train would come. And then all of a sudden, I feel like something collided with my face, and I was just so in shock.
This was Saturday around 7 p.m. at the 50th Street station on 8th Avenue as she was waiting for a southbound train. Srinidhi says she was punched by a woman for no reason. We asked other riders if it's something they're concerned about.
I don't feel safe at all.
It certainly feels like people are looking to the city for more to feel confident riding public transportation.
NYPD walking this duo, 20-year-old Alexander Dacre and 24-year-old Roxana Sejos, out of the 49th precinct Monday evening. They're alleged foot soldiers, part of an elaborate grand larceny scheme across the city. And in Lower Manhattan, police walked a second pair out of the 1st precinct, involved in the same scheme with vicious capabilities.
These thieves would ride up behind their victims on the sidewalk, steal their property, and then make their getaway. The majority of the victims are women, simply just walking alone.
NYPD released this video showing a victim being dragged by someone on a moped and flung into a metal beam, all to steal a cell phone.
This is a place where every day you wake up, you could experience everything from a plane crashing into our trade center to a person who's celebrating a new business that's open.
Budget cuts announced today by Mayor Adams.
He says 5% cuts across all agencies are necessary, and that includes sanitation, education, and public safety. Once the cuts are implemented, the NYPD will have the fewest officers it has had since the 90s.
Well, questions being raised tonight about a new pilot program that'll give migrant families a reloadable prepaid credit card.
Because of the storm, the city's decided to evacuate the migrant shelter at Floyd Bennett Field.
They've been temporarily relocated to James Madison High School in Sheepshead Bay.
So in the hotel, we have close to 5,000 migrants. If anything involving this hotel, I was helping run it. Everything ranging from doctor's visits to medication is paid for the migrants. Anything you can possibly think of, it's being given to them.
Many have already seen that disturbing video and wonder how it happened in the first place. And they also wonder how those 5 men have already been released from custody. But we're learning tonight, assaults on police officers across the city are part of a growing, troubling trend. Around 8:30 Saturday night, you can see 5 men and 2 officers interacting on camera. Seems calm and ordinary until the pair of officers attempt to take down one of the men in yellow, pictured here, and then it gets ugly.
You saw the video. Reprehensible. Cowards.
It starts with one kick to a cop's head and only escalates from that point on. Seconds later, the men swarm around the officers already on the ground by this point, striking them both multiple times.
You want to know why our cops are getting assaulted? There's no consequences.
I'm looking at the dates that their arrest started, which is probably close to when they got here. They've only been here a couple of months. So what the detectives are telling me is they have crews here that operate in New York, do all their stealing, then go to Florida to spend the money and then come back. And I'm like, well, why don't they just stay and steal in Florida? And they said, because there you go to jail.
Oh. It is my vision to take the next step to this, to go to the faith-based locales, and then move to private residents. There are residents who are suffering right now because of economic challenges. They have spare rooms. The vast majority of food that is contributing to our emission crises lies in meat and dairy products. We already know that a plant-powered diet is better for your physical and mental health.
But Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolytes.
And as I heard the commissioner speak, I reached into my pocket and I pulled out this photo. This photo is Robert Venable. He was one of my closest friends when I was a transit police officer. Robert died when he was shot in the head while responding to a job. We were going away that week and go on vacation together. And I thought about Robert also tonight, a few weeks ago, when Patty Lynch and I were in the Bronx.
But then this happened.
Adams has regularly told a story about how he's kept a photo of a fallen police officer who died in 1987, Officer Robert Venable, in his wallet for decades. But after the New York Times asked to see it, his staff created it, according to the New York Times. Quote, the employees were instructed to create a photo of Officer Venable. According to a person familiar with the request, a picture of the officer was found on Google. It was printed in black and white and made to look worn as if the mayor had been carrying it for some time, including by splashing some coffee on it.
Nice try.
New York has a brand. It has a brand.
Quickly, a crowd that had been a few hundred people became a few thousand, and it was young folks just throwing anything that they could. Traffic cones, water bottles, setting off fireworks. There's a construction equipment. They're working on the entrance to the subway station. That was quickly stormed over. They were grabbing shovels, throwing paint, climbing on top of the subway station.
see, there is a large crowd here. We're hearing estimates of thousands and thousands of people who showed up, and clearly NYPD is vastly outnumbered in the situation.
Stefan, I don't want to interrupt you for one quick second right now because you're looking at live pictures of a car that was literally covered with people, and we do believe that that was the vehicle that had Kai Cenat in it, which you can see now looked as though could have been leaving the area. That is why you're seeing that crowd there chase after.
That's it.
That's the vehicle right there that they believe Kai Cenat is in right now. As Stefan was saying, he was there. He was in the crowd for a little bit of time, but clearly this was an out-of-control crowd, and no freebies given away, no giveaway whatsoever getting in the car. But clearly you're looking at a very dangerous situation with this car now driving pretty fast with those people clinging on to the side and top of it.
To understand.
Have you ever seen this much chocolate leaving the city of New York?